Hey, welcome back to Waking the Mystic, where we celebrate who and what we are. Today's dialogue touches on the emerging civilization and the differences between the sexes as we know it will become much less defined. The segregation between the sexes will become more unified. Um, It discusses government and our local communities, and of course, our galactic families, which have been with us all along. It's a really interesting dialogue. It talks about future generations and what, and that we wouldn't recognize this planet in the future. It's just fascinating, cool stuff. So give it a listen. Let me know what you think. There is an underlying agreement with all beings in this dimension that in order to ascend to another frequency of existence, widespread change must occur. There is a planetary and universal agreement. Although you may not be consciously aware of the agreement, those of us that do not share in the density of your planet are fully aware of the global shift occurring. As with all change, discomfort is inevitable. Existing structures that have been in place for hundreds, if not thousands of years, are being uprooted and exposed. They no longer serve the collective and will crumble. The patriarchal society has proven to be a hindrance to the evolving species, as discrimination has been at the forefront since the Roman Empire. The divine feminine is rising, but not as you may think. It's not that women will control the structure of your world, but it is the uniting of the divine feminine in both sexes. Compassionate men shall emerge. You are witnessing the breakdown of the identification with gender, as most of the universal civilizations have unified their identities. You will as well. The generations preceding you shall define the identification as a universal gender, not two genders. This shall break down the identification with the body as the vibratory rate of the collective rises, allowing for a less dense environment. There will not be room for segregation between sexes as the civilization creates new ways of experiencing life on the planet. There are an infinite amount of Earth variations, and all exist at once. You shift between them continuously without realizing it. You will find as your frequency shifts, so too will your perceptions of the world. You will witness that which you are familiar with as a segregated collective, but also your frequency will begin to resonate with an earth that matches a more refined collective. The fluidity of such a transition will not be quite so obvious, yet it is continuous. Future generations shall enter into a world you would hardly recognize. Community support will be the foundation for existence, as there will no longer be dictation from one government. You can see this already with states declaring their own set of rules that are not common among all states. People are beginning to take matters of survival into their own hands, and innovation, creativity, and a united intention shall prevail. Trust between members of local community rather than government will become commonplace. The recognition of galactic civilizations is emerging slowly through the controlled agencies of authority. Trust will be lost with much of this information, for it shall be disclosed that the cosmic civilizations have been with you all along. It's the beliefs that have been put forth that prohibit this realization, yet they are right here with you. Belief is the controlling mechanism for manifestation, and this idea has been suppressed. There will come a time when it cannot be suppressed any longer. The writings, as they say, will be on the wall. There is a hint there, writing on the wall. Many are aware, but fear the authorities at this time in your timeline. You have been taught to wholeheartedly believe that your bodies, this world, and your minds are the truth to reality. You shall discover this is not quite so. This is an emerging time of nothing changes and everything changes. An exciting time to realize the truth of who and what you are.